McKenna. It's been a while since we've caught up with you two, but during that time, you've been busy listening to your commercials. I know you were on a trip, a buying trip. How did that go, Mark?
Fantastic. We were able to bring a lot of new product into the shop, and we've also made new connections due to that trip to add even more things to the shop.
Now, where did you all go?
We ended up going up to Wisconsin.
Okay.
To one of our suppliers up there.
McKenna, talk a little bit about those trips. What's it like going up there for something like this?
I loved going on the trips because it gives us a chance to travel all over across the U.S. I mean, we have wholesalers that are out west. We have wholesalers that are out east, north, south. So, I mean, it's always an adventure. We always try to find something new to go see, even though we are going up there for getting new product for the shop.
Now, when you're at these buying trips, I would imagine you run into people like yourselves who have stores similar to yours. What are those conversations like, Mark?
I mean, when it comes down to it, we do meet a couple of people. It's a little bit far and few in between when it's the off-season trips, but the on-season trips, we get to see just where their shops are located. We can pass our customers on to them if they're traveling or if they're in that local area. So it's a little bit of, hey, if they're interested in what these people have to offer, we're able to pass them over there.
We have you in studio because you've got a big move that is coming up. Tell us about it.
All right. So we're going to be moving our shop from our old location at 2321 North 2nd Street. We're going to be moving right next door to a larger space. And that's going to be at 2323 North 2nd Street. So we are going to be having 4 times the amount of room for 4 times the amount of product. We're going to have a larger classroom space. We're going to have a back room for making crafts and actually tumbling and polishing our own product as well.
Well, McKenna, I suppose if you've got to move, it's pretty nice that you only have to move right next door. I would imagine the move is going to be much easier.
Oh, yeah, it's going to make the move so easy. It's going to make the transition super smooth. I'm super excited for it.
Now, have you already started doing some things in the new location, Mark?
We really haven't done anything at the new location just yet. We're still scoping out what we want to put where and how we want to decorate the place. But we've got a pretty good idea of what we're wanting, especially when it comes to not just expanding the stones and crystals, but also expanding the apothecary by miles.
Okay, again, visiting with Mark and McKenna from Whimsical Wonders. So talk a little bit about the timing of the move. When's all going to be taking place?
All right, so we are going to be open for normal business hours this week. So when it comes down to it, today, tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday, we're going to be open regular business hours. But once we close on Saturday, we are going to begin moving things over. So you're going to start noticing things this week, little things being moved, but nothing too big or too crazy. But Saturday and Sunday, we're going to be moving the grand majority of the goodies. And then if there's anything left over on Monday, we'll be moving it over then. But we should be open for business September 1st.
Now, again, you're right next door, 2321 to 2323.
Yep.
But do you physically have to go outside from one store to the other to make that move, McKenna?
Oh, yeah. Yep. We have to actually either take it out the front door and into the other front door or out the back door. And then we have a garage space with the new location. So it's going to be easier to move big pieces of furniture and stuff like that.
Did you have to do much remodeling?
I mean, really not too much.
Well, that's nice.
The space is perfect for what we need. I mean, of course, we're going to add our own little flair and decoration to it, but we feel that it's going to be great for not just ourselves, but it's going to be great for our clients and customers as well.
So obviously things must be going well for Whimsical Wonders if you are taking upon this move. So have you been a little surprised, or were you kind of expecting this kind of reaction to your business?
Well, I mean, I personally was knowing that, just the route that we were growing, it got to the point to where in our current shop right now, and it looks amazing, it's great, but we can't add any more shelving because, ran out of room, and it's kind of hard to put up more shelving units, especially when you're dealing in crystals and stones, because if you got everybody throwing elbows with each other in the shop, you don't want anything to get broken. So it's one thing that it definitely it surprised me, but I expected it at the same time, just with the amount of growth.
Mark mentioned this earlier, McKenna classes, and he kind of looked towards you. Talk a little bit about the classes that you do offer.
So we want to, once we get moved and situated, we're going to want to do at least one class every month. And the different classes that we do revolve from all kinds of different things. We have our Druidic priest, Pat. He is going to be doing a class on like sacred oils. He does Druidry 101. He does classes on runes. And then we have other instructors that do classes on like herbs, teas, aura readings, all kinds of different things. Pretty much whatever you could think of, we would probably have a class for it.
Seems like an interesting place. Talk a little bit about your clientele. How big of an area do you draw from, Mark?
Well, we draw from as close as, of course, Clinton, Iowa here. The furthest clientele that we've had would be individuals from Nebraska, and then we've had a couple of people from Florida that have come up to visit. But of course, they're visiting family, and they were put on to us, and they absolutely loved the experience.
Well, appreciate you both coming in. Again, just kind of wrapping things up with you. You are making the move. Again, tell us a little bit about what is going to take place during the move.
Alrighty, so this Saturday, once we close for business hours, we're going to be getting the move to the new location at 2323 North 2nd Street here in Clinton, Iowa. We are going to be moving all product over. We will be closed that Sunday as we normally are. And we're just going to be making sure that everything is up, ready, and available to be open as soon as September 1st. With all that, we are going to be getting prepared for our next rock trip as well on top of that. So
I'm sure we'll find out more about that as that comes up.
Oh, yeah.
And again, your hours, and I see you're on Facebook.
Yep, we've got our Facebook. We've also been expanding a little bit into Instagram as well. If any of our clients or customers are interested in that, they can come in and get that information from us.
Okay.
But other than that, our hours throughout the week are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, noon to 5, Thursdays, noon to 8, Fridays, 11 to 8, Saturdays, 10 to 8.
All right, very good. Thank you both for coming in, and continued success to Whimsical Wonders. Thank you.
Thank you for having
Thank
us.
you.
Listen to this list of items you might find at the Lions